Okay, welcome. My name's Nick Culver. I'm going to be doing this part of the tutorial. I think Jeff will hop in at some points where we talk about karma shading and stuff like that, but you'll have a good foundation of what's going on in the PyroSim and a general sense of what we're doing with the flip fluid, having done the beam interaction first. If you skip that, then this will be good for you. There's a lot of good stuff in here. And yeah, I'll get started. This is a bit of a long intro, but I think there's a lot of good stuff in here to go over. So we've got a general flip versus flip fluid source going on here. There's not a lot of happening in this flip sim. The magic is in the source and the path setups that we're going to go over. And then we use one side of the flip sim to generate a pyro volume or VDB like this, and the other side will be used for collision. Then we go into tops to basically automate that process, and you can create as many paths as you want. We have some characters that we use. We just put them in here because why not? Better than having two projectiles just appear out of nowhere. We noise some paths between the palms of the characters and then create some controls for each path that we have that make creating things in tops much easier. For this example, we just have a couple varying random paths that we thought looked good. Plug it into the flip sim. We'll go over that later. It's pretty basic. Yeah, and this is the reaction we get. It seems to generate a pretty cool pyrosim. We split it into a fuel and water source, which is pretty straightforward. Then we noise some basic attributes that are going to be used in the volume rasterize in the pyrosim. And here's a look at one of the pyrosims. And here's a visualization of the collision SDF that we'll be using in the sim and the steam volume rasterize that we use to generate the steam volume. And these are just some attributes that we like to visualize to make sure that we're generating steam and collision where we want to. And here's another look at that pyrosim. The viewport shader doesn't do it justice, but it looks good when we render it in Karma. And here's the steam volume, the steam VDB that we're going to render. We actually take temperature and use it to create an emission for it, so it kind of glows with the fire, which is nice. Here's the particle fluid surface, and then here is an overview. This is a rough draft wet map. We're going to change this. We have a new one that Jeff has built. And yeah, then we dive into tops. We'll actually dive into tops much sooner than this in the tutorial, but yeah. That's like a single frame, and then here is not exactly what it's going to look like, but this is a placeholder for the renders that we're going to use for our intro video. So I hope you guys like this test. We're pretty stoked on it. This is definitely one of the coolest things I've ever done outside of a studio, and I've had a great time working with Jeff on it. Don't tell him I said that. Thanks. I hope you guys have a good day.